Hey pals, it's Sassy Cassie, and welcome back to another reaction video of Naruto Shippuden. As always, I'd like to thank all of my subscribers and anyone watching this video. Thank you so much for watching and continuing to follow me on this crazy onion of a journey. I would also like to give a very special thank you to my patrons. Now, previously on Naruto, the last episode didn't have like a whole lot, but the episode before that, there was just so much information. Danzo has fled. Madara told them all the Kages, except, obviously Danzo, about his basically plan of world domination and how he basically intends to create world peace by controlling the entire world into thinking that there is world peace, maybe, but also like part 2 of his plan is to get all the tailed beasts so that he can be the Jinchuriki of the 10 tails, which is the culmination of all the tailed beasts together. They said, no way, Jose, and he said, all right, war. So they have decided to come together to form an alliance because even though they don't like each other still, they would like to live to fight each other another day. So they're gonna form an alliance, and each of them has information and duties to carry out. Hopefully one of those being that Danzo is a jerk and doesn't need to be Hokage, even as acting Hokage. I'm still hoping. I'm hoping that they'll believe them when they get back to the village and tell them of his treachery. But anyways, the last episode left us with Sakura and that group coming to tell Naruto something, but she delayed by saying that she was in love with Naruto, and Naruto was like, you're not being serious, and I don't like it when people lie to themselves, and, I'm sure people lie to him all the time, but he doesn't like liars, and, she got upset and decides to walk away because she just doesn't want Naruto to suffer because of what Sai said, that he is in many ways burdened by his promise to her, and he likes her so much. And, at this point, yeah, he might like her romantically, but I also think he likes her a lot just as somebody who is on the same team as him, somebody who has suffered in many of the same ways that he has, and not necessarily in the same ways because his relationship with Sasuke is very different than hers, but theoretically speaking, they are the only ones that understand really kind of how each other feels because they were on the same team as Sasuke. So I appreciate it that she's trying to lift this burden as in like a way that only she can understand, really. But I think she's going about it the wrong way. And now she's gonna look for Sasuke as well for reasons that I'm sure we'll find out later. But Naruto's also looking for Sasuke because he's like, I just need to ask him myself, which I do understand. Like, sometimes I'm like, I can believe this out of the other, but I would just like to hear it from you in person. Just tell me to my face and I will believe it, and then we can move on with our lives. So that's kind of where we're at. The Alliance is looking for Kakashi to tell him the things. They're gonna try to keep them in protective custody, which I really don't think is gonna work. Sakura's gonna look for Sasuke, Naruto's looking for Sasuke, and at the same time in the background, well, actually towards the end of the episode anyway, the main focus of the end of the last episode was the 8 Tails fighting Kisame, and it may get more serious, and I'm really hoping that they didn't just keep him alive to just kill him off later. I really hate that. So I'm hoping, I'm putting good juju into the air that this dude is gonna get to meet Naruto someday and they can be Jinchuriki buddies, but until then, I guess we're gonna see what happens next.
That's why even you didn't notice it. Most likely a ninja.
Oh, Danzo's group.
And
very interesting.
the other one, the one who's been following us?
He's still tailing us, and I think I know who he is. The hidden mist Byakugan wielder.
Right, I forgot that he went after them.
And it'd be a stroke of luck if he falls for this.
Those traps of yours are quite special. It'll work.
I hate
Whether
that.
he survives or dies, we must make sure to get his right eye.
Yes, sir.
I hate that. I hate that so much. I know we're going around taking people's eyes left and right because also he has a Sharingan, but at the same time, I don't like that.
Kisame Oshigaki. You've got ink in your mouth, so the rumors are true. You really are an octopus boy.
Now get ready, cause I'm gonna make you
interesting.
weep, you sharky creep.
I can't get over it. It's so funny.
It appears that this time the shark shall devour the octopus.
That sword shark skin's got a big appetite, and it's a speed eater. But it can only devour 6 tails worth of chakra at a time, huh?
But I bet as it gets bigger, it'll be able to eat more.
What are you going to do, B?
I'll help. Enter Tailed Beast state.
Based on the marking pattern here. Ours
So
that
they're
way.
following him.
Let's hurry ahead quickly. Yes, ma'am.
See, I hope he's not gonna die. If they're really gonna go into like a whole war arc thing, I can't handle all this death right now. I feel like, I don't know. There's so much going on in real life and in the show, and it's just really sad.
Taking your eye means that I, as the jutsu caster, will lose my eye as well. You know that.
That was Gonzo's order. What does he think his subordinates are?
If the Mist's military power is diminished because of it, losing one of my eyes is a cheap price to pay. Although...
Is he going to hang himself? I really don't like this.
If it weren't for me, you'd have already lost a long time ago.
A cheeky personality, but I'm grateful for your hospitality. Yeah!
Oh, I love that. Oh, he can go into that form at will? Interesting. Learning so much more through somebody who can control these different things.
My heart is so excited it's tripping over itself. The earlier chakra is nothing compared to this volume and quality. I'm amazed he can control this much chakra without losing his mind.
Like some people. Which is not his fault.
Yes, you did it! Can't believe I was reduced to version 1 state. He's still alive! Hurry up and finish him off!
Well, you've certainly done it now.
He doesn't have a body, or did he get cut open?
Huh? What's going on?
Oh, he cut a hole in him.
Me is, the stronger my opponent is, the stronger I become as well. I will not tire. I will not fall.
And he uses that chakra to heal himself or whatever.
Transfers it to its master in the form of stamina.
That's right, and that's why I have often been called the tailless tailed beast.
What a stop! Super exploding water shockwave!
You know, there are those mountains, and it feels like that is where the land of iron is, so maybe they're not that far away.
If I can't remove your eye, I'll just take your whole head back to the leaf.
You kill yourself?
No. I'll undo the mind transfer jutsu just before the blade hits your neck. Either way, you'll die. And then once I'm back in my own body, I can simply retrace my steps.
But, you know what? I bet you the other people that he came with are going to be there.
That would help a lot.
I wonder what that is.
That's him.
No, don't! He hasn't undone the mind transfer jutsu yet!
But he was too nice to the kid. He was too nice to the kid, so that's not him.
I'm not able to undo the jutsu protecting that right eye. And the real Ao would know that very well. Besides, Ao would never apologize in front of Chojiro.
Mm-hmm.
You sniffed me out. Witch.
Well, that just knocked him right out.
Fool.
Well then.
Forgive me, sir, but I have failed my mission.
It could not be helped.
And they just continue on as if nothing happened. I am sure they will think, oh, we'll just get it next time. My question is does Danzo want that eye for himself? Because he's already got the shining gun.
V, you've got to steal his blade away from him. That sword is the key to his strength.
You can take it. If you can rip it out of my body, that is.
Ah, he's turned. Oh, he merged with the sword. Okay.
At this rate, Master King and Montee will drown. First things first, I gotta get them out of the water.
You cannot escape from this water style.
You wanna bet? Well, I feel like he might not be able to, but I'd like to hope that he will.
Yes. As he chases after you, the water bubble will move with him. So they've got to fall out of it at some point.
Good. Now come this way.
No, he's going after them.
It has discovered its favorite kind of chakra ever. No one in the Akatsuki is as good as I am at taking prey alive. This water prison shock dance jutsu shaves
I guess
away
that
your
makes
chakra until
sense.
you're barely alive. Trying to gauge an opponent's limits is particularly fun.
Seems like something he would like to do or whatever. Okay. Great. Glad. But
Smoke screen, huh?
But can he sense him?
However,
Because he's in like his territory or whatever?
with my body merged to Samehara like this, I can detect chakra through my skin.
That makes more sense, Cassie.
Chakra is close to zero.
V!
So he's been captured for a second time?
Coming! V!
The details turned out to be disappointing.
I doubt that. This goes way too fast after the fight he gave against Sasuke. But I know Kisame is stronger-ish, I guess, and different. But still.
Although my blade doesn't cut cleanly. What's the matter?
How interesting. It's fighting against him? Did he just actually get him because he's not attached to his sword?
Close enough for you. That's what you were trying to get, huh?
Woo! I didn't think they were gonna get here. I didn't think this was gonna happen. Oh, I love this. Okay, this is way better.
Let's do it. Okay, my brother. Water style, super shock bomb. Double lariat.
I must say, you two sure are fast.
Oh! 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 They beheaded him. And he was still talking. Is he actually dead, though? Oh, that's interesting.
How
Okay.
dare you go wandering off on your own? Even your non-dominant arm does me a lot of harm, so sound the alarm!
Yeah, that doesn't feel real. Pan to him in the back or at the end of the episode. Sure. So this episode, consisted of two parts. It's the Danzo people leaving the puppet behind to take over because they want to take his eye out, but there's like a protective thing on it and him trying to trick them. But I was like, he was not that nice to that kid, so she knows. And then amongst other reasons, she knew. I'm glad that it worked out that way. I still feel that Danzo is digging a bigger and bigger grave for himself, and I know that these people like follow his orders, and maybe they are, I don't want to say bad people, but bad people too. I don't know. They at least feel the same way Danzo does, otherwise he wouldn't have trusted them to be his like companions on this journey. But the second half of this episode was Kisame versus Killer B. His name is Killer B, right? B. They keep calling him B. Killer B. The younger brother dude. 8 Tails. He has many names. Don't know what it is exactly I expected, but I didn't expect Kisame to fall because essentially his sword turned against him. It liked B's chakra so much that it decided to give it back, or at least give Kisame his chakra, or give Kisame's chakra to Killer B. I don't know. And then the brothers showed up, which I'm glad about. They did seem to be very close to the Land of Iron, so, you know, what a coincidence, I guess. But I'm glad that they were able to come in time. I was thinking it might be somebody else, or there might be some other trick up his sleeve, or the other guy that he was with. But I'm glad that the brother was able to find them, and that he's not dead. Well, he might die from his brother's punishment, but like, I'm glad that he's okay. I'm glad that it worked out. I can't believe they beheaded Kisame. Not something I expected to happen, but I'm curious if he's actually dead. I feel like all the other Akatsuki had such big battles winding up to their demise, and I suppose if you think about it, it's because the people they were facing, not that Kakashi and like Yamato don't count, but like a lot of their people were, you know, those of our main cast of characters who haven't had as much experience and time to develop their jutsu and chakra as these two have, these two brothers, and they seem to work really well together. They seem to pack quite a punch, literally. So maybe it's true, but I don't know. On the one hand, it feels kind of like almost unsatisfying that Kisame, we don't really know that much about him. He's appeared periodically for reasons because he's been Itachi's partner. And it seemed like when the last time he talked to Madara, he had like a whole goal or plan in mind. Are we ever gonna know about that? I don't know. Again, he might not actually be dead because he was still talking once his head was taken off. But, you know, maybe he is, I don't know, or it could be some other facet of his body, some kind of jutsu, who knows. There's so many different avenues that we could go down, or maybe it's a clone. That always seems to be the case. Soma's always a clone, except for, you know, for Jiraiya, when we really could have used a clone. But anyway, I don't know. It was an interesting episode, but I'm curious if we're at this point, because this has been kind of resolved and he's been found, if we're gonna go back to either the Sakura thing or the Naruto, like, points of view. There's a lot of different points of view at this point, and I'm not sure how to feel or where to think we're gonna go, or even to venture any sort of guesses. So I'm just gonna have to live with it. I'm gonna have to sit in that. That being said, thank you all so much for watching and continuing to follow me on this interesting onion shinobi journey. And until next time, bye.